Rebel Force Radio presents.
This is Billy Dee Williams, Lando Calrissian. It's time for the quote of the week.
Oh, Billy Dee, it's been so long. It feels like it's been forever.
We have a suggestion from Brett James. Brett writes us, says, "Greetings. Love the show. I'll cut to the chase. I don't recall this Billy Dee film being featured before. It's 1984's Fear City. It's not a good movie, but I think he might have chosen this movie due to the fact that you can't swing a cat without hitting a topless chick." Which, by the way, "You Can't Swing a Cat Without Hitting a Topless Chick" is the second track on side 2 of Billy Dee's 1963 LP release, Let's Misbehave. Oh, you can't swing a cat without hitting a topless chick. Everyone remembers that song.
One of my favorites.
Brett says some of these lines are R-rated, but it might prove useful with a nice bleep. And, bleeps are us. As a matter of fact, a lot of people will say we're the biggest bleeps on the internet.
Bleeps on the show without Kyle Newman being here. That's interesting. Doesn't happen very often. Normally, that's when we have to bring out the old censor button.
The old bleeperoo. So we have, I don't have this movie, Fear City. I've never owned it. Really? I've never seen it.
This hasn't popped up on the TiVo before, Jim.
It hasn't. This is, it came out the year after Return of the Jedi. So you have a Billy Dee Williams that looks very much like Lando Calrissian, and he's a cop in this flick. And he's bringing the heat down on the ladies of the night and their employers. And, a lot of the lines are R-rated. But I found a nice little nugget here from the trailer itself. I'm sure I'm going to revisit this once I get an actual copy of the film itself.
Is this available on home video, do you know?
I believe it is. I believe it is. Sooner or later, I'll get a copy of this thing, and I'll take it down to the sound lab, and I will analyze it very closely, and I probably will be down in that sound lab swinging cats myself.
So Wendy's going to come down. She's going to see you watching this movie with a bunch of topless chicks, and she's going to say, "What are you doing?" You're going to say, "Research, honey."
Bleep and bleep, she'll say. And I'll say, "This is for Star Wars."
All in the name of the wars. Oh, my God.
So here's our clip. This is the Billy Dee Quote of the Week for this week from the trailer for 1984's Fear City.
No one sleeps in Fear City. Tom Berenger is outside the law. Billy Dee Williams is the law.
We're the only thing between that bastard and innocent people.
Wow. By the way, they lost me officially at Tom Berenger.
Right. He's the pimp. He's the pimp.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Hold on. I'm not judging here. I just want to make sure I understand this. We got a movie in the early to mid 80s. Billy Dee Williams and Tom Berenger. Pimp and a cop. Tom Berenger's the pimp. Billy Dee Williams, Colt 45, is the cop.
I see where you're going with this.
I'm just making an observation. I'm not jumping to any conclusions. But there was a movie came out in the 90s called Mad Dog and Glory. Have you ever heard of this, Jim? Robert De Niro and Bill Murray.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
right.
All right. Well, the interesting thing is it's about a gangster and a cop. Bill Murray was originally cast as the cop. Of course, De Niro as the gangster. They show up on set, and they decide, wouldn't it be fun if we just switched roles? Bill Murray plays the gangster to Robert De Niro's police officer. I'm kind of wondering if a similar thing might have happened here with Fear City. Just throwing it out there. Getting a little creative on the set.
So, Billy Dee, you are the cop. Berenger is the pimp. What do you think? Is there a Colt 45 in my trailer? Yes, there is. Okay.
Okay. Any topless chicks I can hit with a cat?
Where are the topless chicks at? And where's the cat? A little higher.
Billy Dee Williams is the law.
We're the only thing between that and innocent people.
Billy Dee Williams is the law. That's right. That's what we like to think here.
Thanks for the suggestion, Brett James. We really appreciate it. In other Lando Calrissian news, Keith Voss writes us, and says, don't know if either of you have the Wookiee Pies, Clone Scones, and Other Galactic Goodies Star Wars cookbook. Do you have that, Jason?
I do actually have the Star Wars cookbook. Yeah.
I don't have that. So you have it, and Keith Voss has it. And as Keith was flipping through page by page, looking at all the clone scones and other wacky Star Wars recipes, he got to a particular page, and he said, you know what? This is a standout recipe. It's a chocolate donut recipe titled Lando Nuts. Land Donuts, or Lando Nuts. Lando Nuts.
Lando Nuts.
Lando Nuts. Check it out. It's in the book Wookiee Pies, Clone Scones, and Other Galactic Goodies. In other Lando Calrissian
What?
news,
There's more?
There's more. And this is something that could have easily fallen into Star Wars and pop culture, but we're including it in the Billy Dee Quote of the Week because it is Lando Calrissian related. Listener Patrick from Holland writes us and says, I was watching an episode of the sci-fi show Being Human, and there was a scene at a party where one of the friends was holding a speech for his other friend's birthday. And one of them made a funny Star Wars action figure comment. I love when not only Star Wars references are being made in pop culture, but when there's actual action figures being referenced, because that's such an important part to me of growing up as a Star Wars fan, was collecting those action figures. So Patrick was kind enough to include the sound file for us. Here's Being Human and their Star Wars reference.
Scotty boy, how long have we been friends?
Since you stole my Lando Calrissian action figure and blamed it on the fat kid.
So, about a year then?
Being Human.
Not only a Star Wars reference, a Star Wars action figure reference, and a Star Wars action figure Billy Dee Lando Calrissian reference. It's so multi-layered there.
It boggles the mind. It really does.
Billy Dee Williams is the law.
We're the only thing between that bastard and innocent people.